and welcome. My name is Riggs, and on this channel we do vaping product reviews, and today we're going to be having a look at the UD Apro22. Yeah, a little cylindrical mod. UD have done something I've been waiting for somebody to do for quite some time now. You've got a pin style mod with the fire button on the bottom there. Yeah, just like my old Tube Mechs. Been waiting for one of these guys to come out, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look and see if this actually lives up to my expectations, at least. So we are going to have it up and close, and then we're going to pop back up. I'm going to give you my opinion, tell you what I like, what I don't like. I'll tell you what I paid for it and whether I was happy with my purchase, or if I should have donated that money to a charity like Riggs Ferrari Fund, because I think that'd be a really good charity. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay, so here's the star of the show, the Apro22 by UD. Before we have a look at this guy, let's have a look and see what we get in the box. Well, you're going to get a USB charging cable, and you're going to get a spare coil. That's pretty much about it. I like to keep it nice and simple, which is good, because it looks very simple, but there's a lot going on with this little guy. It's a bit deceptive. It is 22 mil in diameter. It is very reminiscent of the Tube Mech mods. It has the fire button on the bottom rather than the side where we see on pin style mods. This one has some UD laser etching at the bottom, and you got some battery venting there. You got your micro USB charging port there, and here's a little LED. It's red when it's charging or when the battery's about to be dead, and it's green when it's fully charged. It does come in black and silver, and then up top you're going to get proprietary drip tip. The drip tip is not removable. It is part of the top cap. It's about the size of a 510. Has a little push arrow and push to access your fill port for your juice. These kidney sort of seals, we've seen these before. Very effective, quite a thick one. It sits on these little rails and slides and snaps back into place. A decent amount of tolerance on here. It doesn't look like it's going to slide off in your pocket too easy. Now, the tank is proprietary. It is removable by unscrewing the battery. We'll set that to one side. There you have a look. So you're going to get your gold-plated 510 pen, and then you're going to have, it is not spring-loaded. It is fixed to match these coils. You're going to get a large sort of chamber down here. This is for your airflow for when it comes in. You're going to sit down there and then get pulled up through the coil and into the chimney. Now your threads, they're very fine, but they're also very short. A couple of turns and the tank is off, so do be careful of that. You're not going to sit there and unscrew it for a little while and then the tank comes off. It's just going to take a couple of turns and it's off. You're going to get a rubber O-ring down here to help it seal. And then the tank is going to come with just a pop-in coil. Yeah, not too much trouble there. You just pop it in, you pop it out. It doesn't matter which way that it goes in, because you're going to get these massive ports on the side. See if we can have a look at those. We've got some juice in there. I'm vaping it, and you can change the coil. This is full. This tank, I filled it up to see if I could change the coil with a full tank, because we all know as soon as you fill your tank up, that's when your coil goes, and it's always been, a messy affair to change your coil. But with this one, you just take it out, pop a new coil in, and not getting any leak. So that's pretty good, other than what I'm getting on my fingers from touching this thing. So let's put that back together, and then I will show you your airflow comes in on the side here. You're gonna get it from each side. And that, interestingly enough, doesn't come in through the top like we see on pretty much all of these if they're not completely removable tank like, the smoke, for example. But with this one, rather than your air being drawn in through the top, it's actually drawn in between the glass and this outer cage. It actually comes in right straight through here. So it pulls it down on both sides. So if you put your fingers over the glass like this and try to draw, it's gonna be impossible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop back up. We'll have a chat, give you my opinion, what I like, what I don't like, clean myself up since I've touched that coil too many times and got a bit of juice all over myself. Let's do it. Hey Ian, welcome back up top. So what did you think, huh? Do you like it? Not a bad little guy, is it? It's very simple on the outside. There's a lot going on, obviously, on the inside, but yeah, it seems simplicity at its finest. Sort of. Let's jump right in. What do I like? I really like that fire button. I do like it. It is clicky. Little green light lets you know you're firing it. Yeah, where is it? Let me find it. There it is, little guy. See? Green when it's good to go, red when it's dead. Good old battery venting on the bottom there. I like how they did the battery venting. I don't really know of any other way they could have done it, but I think they made it look attractive. I do like that. The size of it, it's about the size of a Pock-X. If you ever held a Pock-X, so it's not, it's not very big. Slip in your pocket, 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off, good in your pocket, your bag, anything like that. I think with this one, you're still going to have the problem that you get on a lot of, because women, they chuck them in their bags. Guys, we chuck them in our pocket because guys don't carry bags. Well, we do have a backpack style bag, but and again, throwing in there, you're going to get lint and stuff inside your USB port, so just be mindful of that when you want to plug it in and charge it. If you're just taking it out of the bag, have a look, make sure there's nothing in there because you don't want to jam it in there. And also because your airflow comes in through the gap between the outer wall of the tank and the glass, you can get some lint down there, and it's quite wide open in there. So if you do get some lint or some debris in there, you could just, back of your throat sort of job, or, jam in there and then you got to take it apart and clean it out. So, just sort of be mindful of that. Proprietary drip tip. I would have, even though it is a slide, we have seen slide ones before where you could still change the drip tip. So I would have liked to have seen that, but it's not bad. It's not, it's not a sort of bad ordeal. It's neither too long nor too short, but it would have been nice to offer people the ability to put their own sort of drip tip in there. I like the sliding action. Snaps open, fill it, snaps back into place. The tolerance is on there. It doesn't feel like it's going to, open up in my bag or anything like that, or in your pocket. So the tolerances are really good on that. It does hold 2 ml of juice. And that's in the UK here. That's just kind of what we've got to deal with. Is 2 milliliters. There's no way to sort of extend this. I haven't, because the tank itself is proprietary. The coils, they kind of remind me of the old Aspire Atlantis coils, but better. Technology has moved on since then. So I do like the way they've done the airflow though. It's not too restrictive. It's not airy. It's not as airy as what I like to sort of vape, but it's not too restrictive. You still get sort of a slow, deep lung hit on it, and you can still feel your lungs out. And it doesn't get overly hot. Doesn't get overly hot either when you're sort of long chain vaping it. Yeah, it's hardly warm, to be fair, hardly warm. So yeah, that's a good thing. It charges really fast. I think from dead, when the little light blinks and it says, "Hey, I've had enough," I think it charges to full in, like, I don't know, on mine running off of my Mac, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour's top. Yeah, and it was green light. It was ready to go again. I was like, oh yeah, 2,500 milliamp battery. So it's not too big and it's not too small. Actually, it's probably never too big. So let's just say it's not too small. So that's pretty good. Would have been nice to see a 3,000 milliamp battery crammed in there, but then you'd probably have to make it sort of a 24 mil. But then you could have probably gone with an 810 drip tip. Yeah. I do like them a bit bigger in my hand there. So yeah, that's really about it. You know, it is, like I said, it is protected. You got all the protections going on in there. It does feel, it's kind of got that Tube Mech feel. Obviously not when you click the button. There's no throw. Yeah. But it's just a click, just like as if the button were up here. But the way you hold it, it's just, for me, it is infinitely more comfortable to hold it this way than it is to walk around and vape like this. I don't like it, even with like the V8 stick, which has the button on the side. I hold it like this. I fire it with my thumb because that way it's just more comfortable. It just feels very natural to me. So I think, this is really going to appeal to people who, they like their mechs and they like their, their tube mechs, but they just want a secondary device they can, throw around as for the convenience of that. If they're in a situation where, maybe they don't get to pop out for, a 5-minute break, and you don't want to grab, all your stuff, your dripper, your bottle, and everything. You just grab this and then you go, and then you vape it away, 5 clicks off, stick it back in your pocket and go back to work, sort of thing. That's going to work really good. 2,500 milliamp battery, it certainly wouldn't be, it's not big enough for me, not for all day. And I haven't wrecked these coils, but I notoriously wreck disposable coils. I don't use them, on the whole. I do for checking out stuff to see if good. The flavors, I would say the flavor's not bad. It's okay. It's not bad at all. But that's so subjective. So I don't really want to put that one out there. It's going to be down to you whether you like the flavor or not. But there is flavor. And the vapor production, again, if you're the kind of person who generally likes them really airy, it's going to be a long sort of draw. Yeah. So battery life is not going to be significant with those long draws. Then the drip tip, it doesn't heat up. You can feel it get a little bit warm, but that tank, it's hardly warm, really. So yeah, that's a massive pro. So, well, would it pay for it? No, this was a recommended retail price of like 30 pounds. 30 pounds. That's like 10 pounds cheaper than its competitor. That's not bad. That is not bad. So yeah, 30 pounds. I still want a Ferrari. So I'm going to have to stop spending my money on other stuff. Just freaking get a Ferrari.